Okay, welcome back. So, here's the thing. I needed to make the time night, and because otherwise I wouldn't be able to record this episode for quite a while, or at least for another week. Um, so in order to change the time, you have to figure out what your password is based off of your name, your Poke ID, and the amount of money that you have. Now, there's a website, I might include it in here if I remember, that can do all of that calculation for you. The key combination is down, B, and select at the same time, lift up on the down and B, and then hit the up and left, and then let up on the select. Now, this is the reason why I wanted it to be nighttime. Mischievous. Mischievous, I believe, has a 30% chance of showing up at night and in this chamber just outside of the summit where Red is. Now, the reason why we want Mischievous is because Mischievous can make one of Red's Pokemon completely useless. And anytime that it can make Red's Pokemon completely useless, I will take it. Now, at this point, and at the level that most of my Pokemon are at, it's really not too big of a deal to fight Red without Mischievous, but it just helps. Now, as I was saying in the legendary episode, I seem to have better luck with the Great Balls than with the Ultra Balls. And I know that was a thing in Gen 1, but I don't remember if it's a thing for Gen 2. So, as you can probably guess, this is going to be the final episode of Pokemon Crystal. And I'll save, like, the thank yous and goodbyes for the end of the episode once we actually get through this. But here's the reason why we want Mischievous. So, as you'll probably guess based off of the nickname that we give Mischievous. Alright, so S-N-O, what's it gonna spell? Snorlax? No, that's not right. Need a couple extra letters. Unfortunately, I don't have the characters to say what I really want to say, but I think this will get the point across here. Snorkiller. Snorkiller base. So yeah. I want Mischievous for this reason. Well, I want her for two reasons. One, she can learn Flash, so she can take the place of Togepi. Is Mischievous female? No, it's male. My bad. I think the name and the style always kind of gives off a more feminine vibe, so my apologies. I was insensitive. So Mischievous can learn a move called Perish Song. Now, what Perish Song does is it will... it's essentially Doom from the Final Fantasy games, where it will set a time limit on the other Pokemon. So in 3 turns, the Pokemon will faint. Now, it takes Misdreavus as well. Now, here's the thing. The reason why it's called Snorkiller is the fact that when we fight Red, he has one Pokemon, Snorlax. If you haven't figured that out, Snorlax is a normal type Pokemon. So, and the only physical moves that it has that it can actually hurt us with is, or hurt a normal Pokemon is, like Body Slam or something. Well, that's a normal type move, and Misdreavus is pure Ghost type. So Snorlax can't hurt Misdreavus at all because of that. Well, Perish Song is a normal type move. It's not a Ghost type move, although it seems like it should be a Ghost type move to me. That seems like something that a Ghost type would learn, or that it would be a Ghost type move. Anyways, using that on Snorlax will make beating Snorlax a lot easier, because Snorlax is a very bulky Pokemon, and it can do quite a bit of damage as well. Alright. Misdreavus learns Perish Song at level 46. Thankfully, we did manage to catch one that was 45. So, I actually kind of forgot about this when recording. I came back and did this after the red fight. There's a couple of cuttable trees over here that we can go and chop down to get to this little house over here. Oh dear. You found me. Oh dear. Alright. TM47. I believe that is Steel Wings. Steel Wing, I think it. That's the funny thing with so we see Iron Tail, and Iron Tail, I believe, is considered a steel type attack. Here's the thing though. Iron and steel are not the same thing. Obviously, steel is made out of iron, as we all know from Factorio. But not the same thing. So this is Red, the character that we played in the first game. Doesn't have the same Pokemon. Now, this Pikachu is his highest level Pokemon. Pikachu doesn't really have the power, though, to back it up. It'll always start the battle with a charm if you send out a Pokemon of the opposite gender. So since Ursaring is female, it used a charm, wasting its first turn, and subsequently letting us use our Earthquake to knock it out in one hit. I go in this slightly below his level on all of his Pokemon, but you could probably come in this at 65 and still be fine. Espeon is probably his most dangerous Pokemon, though. Like, they're all dangerous in their own right, but Espeon is fast, and it knows hard-hitting Psychic-type moves, which makes it very dangerous. Especially, Psychic itself. Now, I probably should or could have sent out Kadabra just so the psychic type moves wouldn't hurt as much, and we could take Espeon out that way. But I don't know, I find using Earthquake to be pretty effective. So this is Snorlax. Again, Snorlax has a lot of defense and can hurt if you don't have the right Pokemon. Now, again, as I said, Mischievous cannot be hurt by any of Snorlax's moves. If we're just going to start off with a mean look, just so Red doesn't switch Snorlax out, because the way to get around Perish Song is by switching the Pokemon out. Now, in most battles, that's not really an issue, but Red can switch out Pokemon. I've seen it before with the same exact strategy. I'm just gonna use a Max Potion on Ursaring, just because I'm not sure at this point where we're gonna be, and I'd rather take the healing now than risk later on when I, can't heal, can't take a turn to heal. Since, at this point, we're just waiting. I'm just gonna use Flash for spite. Sorry, Snorlax. Your amnesia will not help you here. You cannot forget Perish Song. And there it goes. So the only downside to this is you don't know what Red will choose next as his next Pokemon. Now, because of that, I end up throwing out the wrong Pokemon to fight his next one. Now, I'm not sure if this is, predetermined, though. I don't know if he has, a set sort of, route through his Pokemon. Because I feel like I've seen Venusaur come up before Blastoise. Yeah, spoiler alert, he has all three of the evolved forms of the Gen 1 starters. Now, Blastoise can also be kind of a wall for a lot of people, because Blastoise, as well as Snorlax, has a lot of defense. It's a very bulky Pokemon. Now, that being said, since our Raichu is not quite up to his level, but still, strong enough that the Thunder and Thunderbolt will do plenty of damage. I believe Blastoise almost always starts off with a rainy, the rain attack. Well, not really attack, rainy day or something. Whatever that move is. You always get, that first turn to kind of get a hit in. So, ironically, one of my favorite Pokemon in the game, Kadabra, doesn't even get used in this fight because he just doesn't really have anything that is weak to Psychic that isn't weak to something more obvious, like Venusaur is weak to Fire. Took in sunlight. Not sure how it took in sunlight when it's raining, but alright. I realize it can be sunny and raining at the same time. That's how rainbows are made. But yeah, that solar beam did virtually nothing. Alright. So that is 5 of his 6. Again, if you come into this fight at level 70, Red isn't really an issue. The problem is that the level curve of the game kind of makes it difficult to get to level 70 easily. because there's virtually no way to get that high of a level, fighting that high of a level of Pokemon outside of Battle Tower, which I don't even know if that counts for experience. I wasn't really paying attention when we were doing that. And yeah, that is red. Looks like he's seeing red. Okay, I'll stop. So yeah, he doesn't have anything else to say. And he fades from existence while we get the credits. And that is it for Pokemon Crystal. Overall, I would say that was a good playthrough. I think Brandon would be proud. The one time he comments on my video, it'll be he's not proud of me. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank Brandon Rando for doing the first half of the game with me. That was a lot of fun to do. It's unfortunate that he had to take a little hiatus from YouTube, so we weren't able to finish it together. But I think it all worked out for the best. Yeah. Ooh, dittos. The baby maker. We never really did any of the breeding stuff, because it's really not that big of a deal unless you're trying to get all the Pokemon. Specifically, like with Eevee, and if you want to breed your starters to trade. I believe there are certain moves that can only be learned through breeding certain Pokemon. But yeah. Anyways, so again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Play. And the next Pokemon game we'll probably be doing is Gen 3. I haven't quite decided which version I want to play, because I played Sapphire growing up. That was my version. But it's been quite a while since I played that gen. Unfortunately, after Gen 4, I really haven't played a whole lot of Pokemon. I haven't played any gen after Gen 4. And I think that just had to do with loss of interest and the fact that I had completed my Pokédex on my copy of Diamond, and didn't like the idea of not being able to complete that Pokédex even farther. Because unfortunately you can't complete a Pokédex past the gen that it was made. But I was a kid, so I didn't fully get that. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Play.